Hey guys, Google CEO said quantum computing is where AI was 5 years ago. And that's a big statement. So this is where I do believe a lot of money will be made in quantum computing. But the problem is over the next 5 years, right, you have to be able to deal with the swings, which means you have to have that set it and forget it type of mentality. And since this is a company that isn't profitable, doesn't have positive free cash flow, for me, it's in the speculative basket, which makes up no more than 10% of my overall allocation in my portfolio, right? And you have several stocks in this basket. So, if some go out of business, it's not going to hurt you, right? Because you're playing a bunch of them, and it only takes a few to really take off, right? To help out your portfolio. But at the same time, it can't burn you, right? If these don't do well. So that's why I keep it a small allocation. But I do like IONQ. You guys know that out of the unprofitable companies, that's the one that I like the most because they have the highest revenue. They're diversified. They did the Skywater Technology acquisition, which is a pure play silicon foundry. Okay, so I like that as well. Now, obviously, right, you have to be able to handle, like, say, the acquisition costs of that, right? Show up in next earnings report. You have to take the long-term mindset and not care about the fluctuations, because we know this is a very volatile stock and it's going to be all over the place in the next 5 years. But I do think the investors that can just let it ride for the next 5 years will see good returns down the road. But again, nothing's a guarantee in the market, right? So if you don't want to risk it, you put in a stop loss somewhere, right, where you don't lose more than 10%. And then whatever, if it hits, okay, IONQ dropped a lot, and then now it's got some momentum back up after this news. So I'm okay with this entry point to start with a small position. Again, you don't have to put it all in at once. You can, scale in DCA, right, a little bit over time, but pretty solid price overall compared to, the high price, that was at. And as long as you're buying off the highs closer to support versus resistance, that pays off, DCing at those levels over time.